was raised to be a monster. I was raised in a dark and chaotic place, an excluded place separate from the rest of the world, a place where they raise children as a fighting machine, a place where they don't see us as children nor a human being, but an object meant to do all the dirty jobs for them. There was no poor or rich in the world I grew up. There's no good and evil. There's only the rulers and the servants, and where the strong ones comfort the weak ones. I was raised to be a criminal, but that's not how I remember my story started. I have a brother. I have you, Oppa. We were orphans, but because of you, I learned the word love, and I experienced it. You protected me with everything. You did everything you can to avoid staining my hands. You did all the dirty jobs for me. I was your princess. But everything changed that night when all of us tried to escape. I was captured back while all of you were killed or trying to escape. The night you were killed didn't just break me. It was also the night everything changed for me and the start of me experiencing hell. I was tortured. I was starved. I was whipped. I was brutally punished by our superiors. I was punished for all of us who tried to escape. I was the only one who survived, and so I took all the beatings for all of us. The other kids thought I wouldn't make it. Our superiors tend to beat me till death, and I thought it was the end of me. But I held on. I did my best to breathe, and I forced myself to live. I was on the brink of death, but I forced myself to survive. Because even knowing it's impossible, despite knowing the fact that you're already dead, I held on in your last words, that you'll come back to save me. I know it's impossible, but why am I still waiting for you? Still, I held on to your last words, and your promise became the rope I held on to continue fighting and to bring myself back up to live. I survived the punishment and was brutally trained. I surpassed the older children and became the best. I became the best in everything. Guns. Knives. Bombs. And even in close fighting combats. I was already sent to different wars at the age of 10. I survived, but I was alone, and my life was all about fighting and surviving. I've become one of the syndicate's most valuable assets, but I was alone, and my life had no direction. The more I grow, the stronger I get, the more everyone fear me. I became heartless, merciless, and brutal. I became someone who wouldn't fear death, but became death myself. The moment my superior gave me a name, that person will automatically consider dead. I became so strong, even my superior could no longer control me. Even the syndicate started fearing me. If I want to take over, they know I'm capable and I will take it from them by force. And so they made a deal with me. One last mission for my freedom. And freedom reminds me of you, Oppa. Because isn't that what you want? Isn't that the reason why you died? You risked your life to set both of us free from the syndicate. You risked everything for freedom. I didn't hesitate to accept the mission. Because that mission is personal for me, as it reminds me of what you wanted for me. Mission: take down Hybe Entertainment Company. Sounds easy, but it's not. I can destroy it by bombing the whole building down and killing people behind it one by one. But that's not what the clients wanted. They didn't want it the fast and messy way. They want it to happen by slowly sabotaging the company and kill its higher-ups while seeing their hard work company collapse like they want it to be a slow and painful death. And to do all that, I've become BTS bodyguard, Hype's most valuable asset, and the only group that has access to everything in the company as each member are part of the major shareholder. BTS were like the company's heart. Destroy the heart and the rest will follow. But who would have thought that BTS, my mission, the people I was supposed to destroy and kill, will be the one to make me feel human again. They made me feel annoyed as they always bother me for being the shortest and the only woman among their bodyguards. They were a bunch of turks in my eyes. They're so annoying and such bothersome. But those feelings were actually the first emotions I've ever felt after so many years of my life. BTS awakened me from being a killing machine, and I hated it. I hate them for giving me attention. I hate them for being so kind to me. I hate them for making me feel like their younger sibling. I hate them for showing me that they care. I hate them. I hate them for being good to me because their kindness became my weakness. They're giving me weakness until I realized it's now harder to fulfill my mission. Now I'm having hard time to kill them all. But Appa, being with them reminds me of you when you were still alive. Because you're as caring as them. You give me attention the way they give it to me. If you were alive, I think I will be familiar with the emotions they're making me feel. It won't be new to me. It won't be hard for me to accept it. And to be honest, I already forgot how and what you look like. I saw BTS as dorks, but they're not dumb. And there's someone who can smell the danger in me. Park Jimin, the only person who finds me suspicious. I can see right through his eyes. He knows, and his glances were obvious. And I know I have to be careful with him before he finds out anything about me, and before he tells the others. I know I'll have to end him. But why do I find it hard to do so? Why am I hoping he won't find out? Why do I feel heavy inside, thinking I will be needing to kill them? I started caring for them too. I was protecting them for a mission and only to kill them after. But now, I am protecting them, even against the enemies they don't know. I am protecting them from other assassins sent to kill them. This is weakness, and caring for them will make me feel soft. But why do I feel guilty betraying them? I started feeling fear, a feeling I've never felt since after you died. If they find out I was hired to kill them, they will no longer smile at me. They will no longer look at me the same way. And they will see who I truly am. A monster, a perfect killing machine, and a bloodthirsty being. I feel guilty hurting them, but failing this mission will cost me everything, and I won't be able to get what you wanted for me. Freedom. Oppa, I'm sorry, but I couldn't kill them. I can't even point a gun at them. The authorities found out about me. If they came to me in any occasion, it would be easy to take down all of them. But they came to me in front of BTS. I couldn't kill them right in front of those 7 dorks. I'm having hard time to kill in front of them. I know I'm a monster, but I don't want them to see that. I offered myself. I surrender because I know I can easily escape the moment we leave the building. But I didn't see it coming. BTS protected me. They hid me behind them. has ever tried to protect me. Now the men I see as darks are protecting me. They're protecting the biggest monster in the room. They're protecting me, not knowing I'm the biggest threat in their lives. How can I kill them, Oppa? I can't, because they remind me of you. Killing them felt like I'm killing you again with my own hands. But I don't deserve them. I don't deserve their care, and I don't deserve their love, because I am a person who don't belong in their world. I am a monster, and I am covered with blood of all the people I've killed. So I confessed everything. The syndicate will be coming for my head after this, but I wasn't scared of that. I'm more scared to see them disappointed. And it happened. After they found out everything, sparkles in their eyes while looking at me vanished. They no longer look at me the same way. I already saw it coming. Yet, I felt like I was burning inside. I looked at each of them in the eye, and seeing their disappointment was the most painful thing I've ever felt again. It was more painful than any torture I've gone through. The pain was deeper than any sharp thing that was buried in my skin. It was unbearable compared to the bullet that went through my body. And all those pain reminded me of something. My brother's death. You're dead. I became a threat to my own organization. I betrayed them. But I found out that they betrayed me first, because they never really intend to set me free. They lied. I was the best asset they have, but I was also their biggest threat. And now, they know BTS became my weakness. So to protect them, I coordinated with the authorities. They will use me in exchange for BTS stronger security. Now I've become one of the government's dog against one of the biggest underground organization. But as long as it will keep those Oppas safe, I'm even willing to be a puppet. Your brother is alive. Those were the exact words of my mentor. You're alive? Did I hear it right? My Oppa is alive? I felt mixed emotions inside. Again, that made me feel human. It can't be. They said no one survived that night except for me. It wasn't a joke. I know I promised them I'll coordinate with them, but that doesn't mean I'll let them use anything against me. Because I am still the person every assassin fears. The next thing he knows is that I'm already pointing a gun on his head. One wrong information coming from that mouth of his and I won't hesitate to fire. Everyone pointed the gun at me. I would expect hundreds of bullets to be buried inside my head, but they won't see me flinch because I don't value my life. And I am thirsty of the blood of any people who will use my brother against me. But my mentor repeated again without fear and hesitation. He said, "You're alive, but you couldn't remember anything." I asked him how did he get all the information. Turns out, he was actually the boy who pulled you away. He was the one who told you to just come back for me after getting help, and both of you survived after pretending to be dead. The two of you were able to escape but got separated, and when he came looking for you, he found out that you lost your memories. The organization betrayed me. They know you're alive, and they plan to use you against me in the future. No wonder they have the courage to betray me, because they have something against me. They have something they can use to keep me. I was boiling with anger. My hands were so itchy to hunt them down. I won't just give them slow and painful death. I will make them insane. And they must have forgotten. I may used to be their servant, but I am not their puppet. I know so much about the superiors more than they're aware of. I will make make sure to torture their loved ones in front of them. I will make their family beg for their lives while they're helplessly watching. Soon, they're about to experience the rage of the monster they created. I was so angry. I was furious that I didn't realize my feet took me somewhere familiar. A place I will never forget. The place where I waited. The place where I always waited despite believing you're already dead. Being there reminded me of everything, like everything's still happening right in front of me. I still remember as I watched you run away with the other kids that night. You're alive, Upa. Was that the reason why I waited? Why I held on to your promise? Was that the reason why I was still hopeful you'd come back for me? I felt so happy, Upa. I'm becoming human again. I felt that little kid again. The one you treated like a princess. But me, knowing that you're alive, the organization will surely aim for your head ASAP. They will do everything to use you against me. But I won't let that happen. I was so excited to see you, Upa. I was so eager to go to you. I was so eager to see and remember your face again. But after they gave me your information, I froze. Like the world just killed me. Park Jimin, of all people, after I broke your trust, Upa, you were just right in front of me. Why didn't I recognize you? Why didn't I remember your face? I almost killed you. The organization really knows how to play a game. He sent me to kill my Upa. Now what? How should I face you? Or do I even have the courage to face you? I'm happy but I'm scared. You're mad at me. You're disappointed. And I can't blame you for it. Who would accept a monster to be their sister, right? For now, I have to take aside my feeling and prioritize your safety. I went back as your bodyguard again. Bang Pidinim asked me if I wanted to tell you, but I was scared you won't be able to accept having a monster as a sister. I don't even want myself. I don't want my dirty self near you. I smell blood, and I know I don't deserve to live in your world, so I decided not to bother your peaceful life anymore. After I assure your safety, I will live your life like I never existed. But being around you tortures me inside, because the way all of you looks at me felt like knives kept stabbing my heart. Thus, you treated me like I don't exist, which made it easier for me to protect you, but also harder as it burns me inside. What made it harder is the feeling of wanting to go to you, Upa. I wanted to run and hug you at least once. I'm longing for you, Upa. I want to tell you that I'm so happy you're alive, but I'm dirty. I am full of blood. I have killed hundreds or maybe thousands of people. I smell blood, and being near you makes me more stinky. You were just right in front of me, but you seem so far away because we belong in two different worlds. You belong in a world any human being deserves to live, while I belong in chaos. I belong in a place where killing is normal, where the smell of blood isn't stinky, and where I, a monster, deserve to live somewhere far from your peaceful world. Maybe losing your memories is for the better, because you don't have to remember you have a sister. You don't have to know that your sister turned into a monster. I know I have to stay away, but you know what, Appa? Deep inside me, I wanted to tell you I survived, that I managed to survive, that I'm still waiting, that yes, I am now a monster, that I was once that little girl you used to protect, but I am now contented, watching you the artist destroyed the syndicate, I was multitasking. I will be with you while you're out during the day, while I'm killing again during the night. Watching you from afar, I saw you, happy. And the more I watched you live your life, the more I felt the pain. Because I saw you playing with kids. Maybe it's jealousy. It was so painful until the pain turned to hatred. You were so happy with those kids. You were so nice to them while you're hating me. And then I realized you're actually happy with your life. While I was trying to survive, you were safe and well protected. While I was starving and was beaten to death, you were being loved and had a safe place to stay. You're fine and happy. While me, I have no one to run to. I have to risk my life in order to survive. And I have to kill to live. Yet still, I was waiting. I was waiting for you, Oppa. Even while I'm dying, I was waiting for you. I was struggling while waiting for you. While you're living your life at its fullest, I held on to your promise. The promise you made that you have forgotten. I don't like this pain. Now I wish I never found out that you're alive. It's painful, but it's bearable waiting for nothing. But now, knowing that there's a possibility you'd keep your promise, the pain is killing me. It became painful than being shot multiple times. Because this time, you're alive. You can't fulfill your promise, but you forgot about it. I was erased in your memories. So I decided to live instead of watching you normally live your life. I want to end this misery. I want to end my misery. It will be the last night. The creators versus the monster they created. It was a war. I was in the middle of the war. You can hear nothing but gunfires and explosives. It was a war between law enforcers and lawbreakers. But where do I belong between the two? I was fighting along everyone, but it felt like I was fighting against myself. I was fighting with firearms and bare hands. I received some damages too, but it's no use. It's still more painful inside me. It's more chaotic inside me. I was so focused shooting and killing, but a text message made me lose my focus and was shot in the shoulder. But I didn't care. It was normal and I know I'll survive. I look at my mentor. I've done my part. Can now handle it from here. And so I left them. I left them to go to you. The message I received was a picture of you tied up with the other members. They have you. The syndicate have you, and that almost made my heart stop beating. I was mad at you. I was disappointed. But I still can't afford to lose you, Pa. I can't just let them harm you and the other members who showed me nothing but kindness. I was so scared. I don't want to lose you again. I don't want to lose any of you. This is weakness. But screw it. You all are everything I have after having nothing my whole life. The place. It was the same place we all tried to escape. The authorities and Hybe's people were already there trying to save you, but I couldn't really do anything. So I went in front and showed myself to the enemies. I was willing to do everything to save you, Oppa. I'm willing to risk everything to save all of you. Those soulless beings, they told you everything, but you couldn't remember, and that's fine. Still die, and I'll die with them. Not being able to remember me won't hurt you despite knowing that I'm your sister. My ex-superiors wanted me in exchange for the life of the 7 of you. And so I drew my weapons away to assure them and to show them I accepted their offer. I started walking towards you, and you started walking towards me with 2 armed men. I was holding my shoulder to slow the blood that's coming out of my shoulder. My wound started to ache, but I ignored it as I was getting near you. You're getting nearer to me, Oppa, and it's harder than giving myself back to the organization. I said the gunshot won't kill me, but the longer it takes that I won't do anything to stop the bleeding. The more blood I lose, the more it eats my strength, and the nearer I get to the end of me. When you're finally in front of me, I apologized. I apologized for involving you. I apologized for getting you into my world. I apologized for everything. And since I won't fight back for my life anymore, I took all my strength and called you Oppa for the last time. Oppa, continue living happily and in peace. 2 military men from behind me took all of you to safety, and 2 goons covered my eyes, tied my hands, and took me. I was blindfolded, and all I could see was darkness. At least I saw all of you for the last time. At least I saw you again for the last time. I don't know what they're planning to do to me, but I'm dying anyway. And I'm happy because seeing you alive was the last thing I saw. All 7 of you were the last people I saw before being conquered by darkness. If there's one thing I would wish for the last time, is for all of you to live your life the way it is again, as I go back to where I truly belong. Or better, I wish that would end for me.